Hello, my name is Mike Porter. I'm from the Noble Foundation. I'm one of the volunteers today at the Oklahoma Wildlife Conservation Eastern Bluebird Make and Take. What we do is we give a little presentation about eastern bluebirds, their ecology, why we make the boxes, and how to manage the boxes, and how to make the boxes. And then we get and make one box for each family that attends the event.
All right, so we have cedar right here. This is our fence panel planks, and we just cut them up to match the descriptions on our plans right here. And you guys can take some of these plans home if you want to build more bluebird boxes. So this is going to be our back panel, and then this short piece, that'll be our floor right here. And these are going to be our sides, the front, and the roof. So you want to get one of those and put on each side. Yeah, just like that. There you go, I'll hold that for you. And get the other side. Now the important thing to remember is you got to have one. Which side do you want to be the door? This side? That side? Okay, so we need to move that down just a hair right there. So you want to get the front piece. Which piece do you want to be on the front? It's smooth?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll set that right there. And now that we got that, we're going to drill our first hole, and we'll put a screw here and one screw there, one right there, and then we'll flip it over and we'll put the back on it. There you go. All right, step hard. Push down hard. Perfect. Yep. All righty.
Several different songbirds use this: eastern bluebird, Carolina chickadee, tufted titmouse, several wren species, prothonotary warblers. These are all native birds that live in cavities. And cavities normally would occur in dead trees we call snags. And those have been in decline as we clear the forest, and people don't realize the value of dead trees and cut them down. And we're replacing that habitat or substituting that habitat with these nest boxes.
We have an acre and a half of land, and we're trying to place them around the property, away from each other where they can't really see each other, but help those bluebirds out. So we
just need to connect the floor to the front. Yeah. There you go. No, that's perfect. There we go.
Yeah, sometimes the other birds fight with them over the houses, and they're pretty non-aggressive, so if we don't help them out and try to shoo the other birds away, they usually lose the fight. So if we check the nest, and if we see a lot of trash and stuff in the nest, then we know it's not a bluebird nest, and we'll take it out, and then hopefully the bluebirds will come back and try again. So we try to help them.
All right, so we got our box. Now we just need to put the back on. Which side do you want to be the back? Like this? So look like that? All right. So you want to make sure you put the box about in the middle of your backboard so that you can attach it to a tree, a post, something like that. So we will drill, since this is our door, we're going to only put one up here, and we'll put two on this side. So, yeah, about right there.
The best place to place a nest box is on a post, not part of a fence, not a tree, not a building, an independent, like I generally use a T-post, then I slip a piece of PVC or metal conduit over the top of it. And I like to place it outside the drip line of the trees, at least 8 foot away from woody. I like to put it next to a tree or a shrub. The bluebirds or the chickadees like to nest, like perch on the tree or shrub to hunt insects and survey the territory. But if you put it under or too close to something, it'll allow the snakes and the squirrels and the cats, raccoons to climb into the box. So we try to place the top of the box at least 8 feet away from any woody plant or fence or building or something like that. Now it's okay to check the boxes once a week. In fact, I kept records for 20 years on the birds we flushed out of the boxes and the ones we didn't flush. It made no difference on nesting attempts. So it's okay to check them once a week. You're not going to hurt the nesting attempt. And if you do that, if you'll check it, you can monitor the boxes. When that nest is complete, you pull the old nest out. And I average 2.5 nesting attempts in southern Oklahoma in the same box. So you know, you can take the nest and check them once. And it's a lot of fun, and people enjoy seeing it. So when they build the nest, they lay 1 egg a day. Bluebirds generally lay 4 to 6 eggs, an average of 5 on the first nesting attempt, and 4 on the successive nesting attempts. They're pale blue most of the time. About 10% or 50% of the time they're cream, about the size of my little thumbnail. And they lay 1 egg a day, and then they incubate for 13 to 16 days. And then the fledglings take 15 to 20 days to fledge and leave the nest. Yes. And once they all leave the nest, you can pull the old nest out. They don't like to build on the old nest. They will occasionally, but they don't like it because it builds up mite loads and parasite loads inside the nest. So it's best to pull the old nest out and they'll start another nesting attempt. In southern Oklahoma, nesting season starts on the average of March 8th, but it can start as early as late January or as late as early April. It depends on the winter and the spring. As you move north in the state, nesting season starts at a later date as you move northern in the state. Now, our nesting season in southern Oklahoma finishes in late July, early August. Now, they will attempt nest after that, but none of those nests are successful because it's too hot. They simply die.
Okay, so we've got our front, our back, our sidewall, and our door right here. And because we only put 2 screws at the top, we can open it up and check on our nests whenever we get the chance to. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the front, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the back holding it together. So that's how we're looking right now. Now what we have left to do is to put our roof on like that. And then we got to put this important piece right here. This is the predator guard. And we put that on the front. And that way cats and mice and other animals can't reach in there and get the bluebird eggs.
You don't want them to be under the trees where predators can get into the box easier, or snakes can drop down and get onto the box. So near trees, but not right next to the trees. And they need to be far enough away that the bluebirds don't see each other, don't realize the other one's there. So, I mean, they like to be at least 100 feet apart, 100 yards apart.
About right there. When you're putting the top of the roof on, you got to make sure when you put the predator guard on, you won't have a screw right here in the hole, because we're going to drill that out later. Yep. We'll put one just right about there. Yes. Alrighty. We can put these screws in. Alright, bud.
We just like helping the bluebirds and trying to help the wild.
We know because the bluebirds are a non-aggressive bird, they have had a tough time making a go of it because they keep getting shoot out of their nesting spots. So we're trying to help repopulate the bluebird population because they were in decline for a long time. So we like the bluebirds. They're a pretty bird.
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
Yeah, trying to help them out.
All right. Perfect. All right. So now we have our bluebird box with the door. All we need to do is come over here to the drill stations and we'll drill out this hole so the bluebirds can actually use it.
Come build nest boxes and help the birds. Come to the expo, you can get a free nest box, at least the first 25 families at each of these programs. The best time to come to one of these programs is the first one in the morning at 9 o'clock. That one's usually not full. After that, all the programs are full. But if you want to get a nest box, you need to come about an hour or two early and get a sticker so that you can build a nest box. But if you miss out, because we have a limited number of nest boxes and spaces in the programs, The plans are online, and you can get online. It's a fun project with the kids, or fun just by yourself to build some nest boxes at home and put them out and try to encourage our native birds that cavity nest.